As I had been watching, those 1v1s happening over in Thailand. So, um, yeah, this should be a treat to watch regardless. We do see our survivors who are very well versed, and I do have experience versing these guys. I mean, if there's a set that they're going to pinch off of 2Savage, it has to be the Oni, but regardless. Sen going to be taking the first chase here over at 4. He's going to be doing a little bit of mind games here over at the jungle. Yeah, the jungle gym rather, and going to be catching out Sumpeng off guard. Now, you don't make that vault even off ping, so I hate to see it, but that's going to be a very early tag here for Sen. As far as the build goes, we have a very, very, very conventional build that genuinely doesn't change per se amongst all the sets. You do have Corrupt Intervention, Eruption, Pain Resonance, and Bamboozle. Ultimately, you can swap Bamboozle for Brutal Strength depending on what you feel, and maybe even throw in Pop in there if you don't like Eruption. Regardless, we are going to be following up the chase onto Sumpeng, who has greeted the Shack pallet and is able to make the pallet over at 5. He knew he had this, and Sen trying to get a cheeky hit through that pallet doesn't quite connect, unfortunately. Now, going to be following up here. No scratch marks leading over into 4, so that means that we have stayed at the pallet, and as we vaulted the pallet a few too many times on the side of Sumpeng, now Sen has power, and he is away and off to the races. If we can manage to spot someone out, we do see somebody was potentially working this generator. He's pointed over to main, anticipating that they're going to be working main.
He's pointed to his boys.
He does.
Main. I know it.
As far as add-ons go, he does have Fang and Crutch. So, another Fang and Crutch enjoyer. This is something that's more common as opposed to bring frequency drop rate, which is Hull.
Splintered Hull.
No, yes, I'm aware, Gohan, but we are going to be running here over at 1. Going to be kicking this generator here, getting our eruption in nice and early. So, if there's any progression happening on these gens, as soon as we find a healthy survivor, pop power down them, 10% regression, screams in the background, maybe an aura proc if we didn't get the comms off in time, and then it's just problems from there. Now, we have caught someone here over at the edge tile here, and it's going to be Prada pre-dropping this filler pallet here. Now he's forced to play the 50, ultimately losing everything. He's just going to be caught at the lip of the wall there. He's going to be going down. That's going to be Eruption on all 3 of those generators, which only one of them had scary progress. That would have been 10. And we are going to be hooking nice and central into the middle of the map here. So when you look at the generators here, Gohan, you have 2 main, 10, and yeah, like, look, 1. It's just a 4-gen top. This is crazy.
Oh, no.
You can hold this.
Yeah, he very well can. It's Sen. He is known to be able to hold these gens really, really diabolically as well.
Look at the generator in the middle, dude.
Oh no.
Oh.
This is Sen. Sen is one of those players that if he gets good RNG like this, he will take it and go the extra mile with it. And I feel like that's what we're going to see. And currently, the only team that has actually taken a set off 2Savage has been Bleed Out. So I would actually love to see another team in the group stages take a set off of them, and I'm really hoping that Reactor can do that, even if it isn't this set or if it's not. As long as it's a set, I'm happy with that. But we do have the chase onto Fergie here, and he is going to vault, and it is probably going to be popping power here as well. But no, we're not. We're going to opt to go for the M1 as well, and we are going to get the tag onto Fergie as well. We're going to get our eruption onto this generator at the 11 side as well. We are going to go heading towards the 2 and 1 side, trying to find a survivor. But no, we have spotted the Dustin. He is running on the outside. Dustin, you gotta run, bro, because he is coming for you at Mark 3, and he has spotted you as well. He knows where you are, and now it is up to Dustin to be able to get this. Is Prada going to be able to get the vault? But no, he vaults into the killer, and he's going to get hit over the pallet as well. Very unlucky for Prada. So now Sen is going to opt just to pick him up, and ideally he goes behind main. And yes, that is exactly what he's going to do. He's going to go behind main, hook behind it, hook on that 12. But no, he's actually opted to switch and go and hook at this 1 generator hunter.
Yeah, I mean, now we're taking this hook here over at 11. Oh, I mean, sorry, 1 rather. We do have some progress in the background over at bottom side. We do have Kryzen ready for this pull. Sen in a power position at the moment, having an almost tunnel out over at the 1 side here. Didn't really matter too much that he was in power, just trying to tunnel out Prada. I know ultimately you want to be going for somebody who is healthy, but I mean, if you're headed towards, getting a death at what seems to be maybe 3 gens, potentially 4 gens. On an Oni set, my god, you take that all day, every day, but Sen again taking ground over into the middle of the map here. Does see someone in the corner of his eye over at 10, which is why he's popped power, and he's going to try and sniff them out. Now, I'm not too sure what this is all about, but regardless, maybe a little bit of wacky mind games there if we do have LOS on the killer. I do think maybe we've even hopped a lockup. Yeah, just to deny that power. That's going to be Sunpeng pulled out. And now he's going to be looking for a pain resonance, and we do have one in the middle, if you do remember at the beginning of the game. Now, Prada doesn't have anywhere to run. All he really has to do is run down 4 and 5, and even then he is not safe. If he gets caught out at 1, I do believe he's just going to be going down. But we get a quick reset. Look how fast that reset's happening. And he's already healthy. So now he's going to be able to make all the way down to the bottom section of the map. Oh, we do have power again, as we did have 4 Blood Orbs just hanging around the hook there. Now 2 Survivors just caught in the middle of it all over at this pallet, trying to play the 50s. That's going to be a new Survivor who I don't know the name of, just trying to make away from the pallet. Just getting caught, but now Sen slugging, going back to the backside of main. It's going to be pulling.
Oh my!
Was he can we get a quick rotation onto Inmacy if he was the head-on player once he's on the hook? He was going for a head-on. You could just tell.
How close he was then.
I don't think he was close. No, he wasn't close at all. No, he wasn't close at all. He wasn't close at all. It might have been ping.
That's rough.
I don't know. I don't think he was.
Maybe. Who knows? But yeah, that is quite rough indeed. So that is
as soon as our other survivor was caught out, he had to run there and then hop in the locker. You just didn't hear it because he had put quiet.
Yeah, so he probably only got to around like 50, 40-ish maybe before he even got pulled out, but that's a death at 4 gens, Hunter. That is diabolical. And now Sen is going to be getting his blood. He's going to charge back all the way over to 1. And it was very unfortunate for Kryzen as well, because it was in a situation where they were looping with friends. So it's either one person goes down or they both go down. And unfortunately, one went down and the other one got grabbed out of a locker. So that was like worst case scenario. And this new survivor's name is actually Taeyong. Kwon Taeyong is the character's name, but we do see him go straight into Sen's loving embrace and being able to get that as well. But Sen having none of it. He wants this 4K4 Hunter. He is bloodthirsty for it.
Now Sen just trying to hang around 7. He's now going to be downing something just before the corner here. He's trying to die as far away from that top side as possible, because as we saw moments ago, that 5 gen is brutal. We are working 7, which is going to be interrupted, and you know, no pain res in our back pocket. So, oh wow, just like now Sen is going to be going over to 9 here, where we did see Fergie just working this generator. He is now just kind of stealthing around this R and L wall, and we anticipate he's in a locker, maybe trying to bait out something, but Sen is going to be kicking the pallet, and I dare say he's going to be running away from this, yeah, as we do have gens all the way over the one side to kind of protect, I did see a crow fly up in the distance, and we have seen Kryzen with sprint burst and fixated and ghost notes in hand, but opted not to chase him, just go for the pick there. So we make all the way down to 5, nice and safe. All survivors still in the trial. Oh no, sorry, no, Prada's dead. Regardless, sorry. Sunpeng is our next tunnel out, and we're going to be slow vaulting this pallet here from Kryzen now. That's just going to allow us to have enough blood to just kind of leave everything, go back to the unhook, and my god, what do you do in this situation? Well, in all honesty, I think they need a 3 split here. They can't be caught bundling up, especially with power in hand, and Sen going to be popping that and now following up chase all the way down into 10. This is going to be Fergie, who's our only healthy survivor. Yeah, just problems team. That's going to be Eruption proccing on 10 and 1. Now Sen got to opt to slug here and go for 10. He has Aura as well. Pun intended. He has also spotted out. Just Kryzen over at the corner, gotta be getting fleeked!
Oh no!
Sunpeng, what do you do in this situation?
Where is he?
It's the stealth. He has to stealth. He cannot do anything. He cannot do anything. He has to stealth at the moment, so he's just caught over at the rocks over at 9. He has to.
He's picking him up.
But he sees he's gone to 7. He sees the killer's gone to 7. Therefore, that's allowed the opening at the end of the power to be able to get Kryzen up. Now, Sen had no information that Sunpeng was hanging around 9. So, gonna be following up here onto Sunpeng, and now just Sen just gonna be leaving that.
He's getting his threshold. He wants to make sure he gets the pain res for that generator all the way. I believe it is at 5, if I remember correctly. No, it is near. No, it is. Isn't it 5? Am I blind? I believe it is. No, it's okay. So it's 7. Okay, I am a little bit blind. I got it flipped. And Fergie is actually just about to pop a gen as well. Is it going to be popping? No, Fergie. I don't know if he was hitting those great skill checks or not, but I feel like if he was hitting those grades, that generator would have been done. But very unfortunate, it was pretty much popped as he was about to pop the gen as well. Mighty unfortunate for Fergie. He is now going to be collecting his blood. He's got a lot of blood on the map because they haven't been able to get a chance to reset, considering how aggressive Sen has been. Never even getting a chance to even stop. They have to be able to keep on going, keep on chugging. But no, Sen is going to break this Shack pallet as well. And we do see Kryzen on a gen, most likely on that 7 generator as well. And we are going to see Sen just going to go for Fergie here. He's going to try and get him, and he does get him indeed. And I believe... Wait, is he actually at this 7 generator? Here he is as well. We do see the aura as well. And we do get down onto Kryzen as well. Sumpang now in a situation yet again where he has to make sure he's able to get his team back up from instant doom. But unfortunately, Sen has been able to spot Sumpang rotating over to the edge map. So that is going to be a 4K 4 Hunter. That is grim.
4K 5 win condition, that's just not what I want to see on an Oni set. And it just means that Prada has to play extra ambitious against 2Savage, and we all know what happened last week when they did versus Cat Jam. It was just, it was a 0 stage in the end. So, I mean, wow. Just, he kind of leaves you speechless in a way that he's actually performed on this set. You did see, 2 generators just ready to proc as well. It's just upsetting that this could have been a 4K too, but the survivors not being able to maintain the pressure and just ultimately giving Sen power and power again, getting hit too early, getting caught out of position. It's just basic things that just needed to be accommodated for, and you just didn't see it in this set. So Kryzen now gonna be hooked also, and I gotta take notes as well. My god, like Sen just knew where they were 24/7 of the time. Like, there's just not a single time of the day where he didn't know where they were, other than Sumpang getting that pickup over at 10. That was well played by Sumpang, but look, high stages on the Oni is already kind of out of the water.
B, we do have Silly on the Lithe, we have Sen on the Smash It, we have Nu on the Head On, but we have Splintered Hole and Akito's Crutch Hunter. This is looking quite interesting.
Yeah, he's gone for the frequency drop as to oppose of the duration. So not a bigger bank, but still more money to be made, if that makes sense to my analogy that I'm trying to create. But regardless, we are going to be following up Chase here onto Elodie, who is backy. Just trying to use the Shack to the best of the abilities. I mean, this is a very strong tile to be taking it for your first chase. So anticipating the head on there from Prada. And if we're in that locker, we've stayed extremely patient, or there's just no one in the locker at all. And then we've just baited them. But Backy back vaulting that window back into Shack, now blinding Prada, who's just going to be running into a whole lot of walls. It's going to create some distance for Backy to reach whatever tile he needs to. Now Prada vaulting that again, rebamming it. But regardless, I think we've just opted to go all the way down into 4. Now he can just go over this hill and cut Backy off. But Backy is double backed back in to 5. Say that 10 times fast. But now has this nice ornament filler to be working with. Or in the meantime, you can anticipate Silly, Sen, and Nu just working those gens over at 1 main and 11 ultimately. So Backy again doing a very good job to be able to get evade getting hit. And as I say that, I should probably shut up because I don't know what I'm talking about. Regardless, Backy now forced to go back into Shack. Has not used Shack pallet, so this will be probably going down. No, he's created distance by just breaking line of sight for a split second.
Behind him.
Why they're
I saw Sen.
Oh no, they're doing it again. They're doing it again.
They're taking it all the way, and they've seen this win con, and they've gone, you know what? Let's have a little bit of fun here. But no, Prada has decided to not do it. And that is obviously now GG. They have popped 2 gens. That is the win con met for the side of 2Savage. And now Prada. Honestly, Prada, if you get a 4K at least somewhere, or even high stages, pat on the back for you, mate, because that is a fantastic result either way. But no, we've been able to walk into a wall again, and unfortunately we've gone for Sen instead of Backy. Backy was actually right there, right for the picking as well, but no, we've decided to opt to go for Sen. He is going to be able to vault again. Prada going to be eating that pallet once again. And now Sen has been able to vault into it as well. But now he's in a bit of a situation where if he doesn't get this right, Prada is going to be able to get the down. But now he is actually run over. He is going to be able to get Jiggy here, and he's run back into, most likely back into Shaq. But no, he is right here in front of us. And Sen is going to go down. We do see Baki here on the horizon as well. No more power in hand. Prada, don't look that way. No. Oh, no, that is mighty unfortunate. Prada is going to get blinded, and Sen going to do a little bit of a moonwalk away. Baki is going to most likely did get that double blind as well. So now Baki is going to be the one in chase. Can we see a ping hit onto Baki for the window? But no, we are not. But we are going to opt to go down for this bot 6. And there is a pallet here as well. So that is going to be a stun back onto Prado as well. Sen is now on a gen, most likely Silly. And Nu is also on the same. We do see that generator at 1 pop as well. No, sorry, 11 pop as well. And now Baki is a little bit of a pickle. We are going to get tagged here. Only halfway on the blood. We are now making it to a third, nearly done quarter now. We are getting very close to getting our power back on the side of Prada, and this generator is chugging away. Nu is going to pre-leave as well. And now it is a situation where, Hunter, I don't know if these guys are going to let Prada even get a single hook.
This does not Mamma Mia. And we are going to be getting the final Blood Orb to reach power for the second time, and Silly just playing Tag the Killer, FOV tech. Where is he gone? No! There's no way that worked! Okay, we're gonna be following up now with these scratch marks leading it. Why is that here? Why is he on this pallet and we've hit the wall? Oh no, it's all falling apart for Prada, and now Sen has access to the window and the pallet all at the same time. Back vault, 1 vault, 2 vault, does still have option to get flicky on the Silly, but he's done a little bit of a quarter tech in the lip of the wall there. Sen's vaulted into the kill. What did I see?
The double slam. Oh my god. Okay, this is the one thing where 2Savage do get a little bit overzealous. Sometimes they can get a little bit cocky in the sense of going out of the way. And they do it again, and we've gone. Nu has rushed in, got the save. And now we're in a situation where everyone's here now. No one's on a gen. Everyone's just here vibing. They don't want Sen to get hooked. They want to make sure they get to... They don't even want to get 2 stages on that board. But no, we are going to get Nu down as well.
Please 4K.
I really do want to see Prada 4K in this situation, because I want this to be a punishment for what they're doing right now. Because, oh my, they have gotten a little bit overzealous with what they want to do, and now he does got the blood. That is now the Silly down as well. It is now up to Baki. Can Baki pick anyone up in this situation? I don't think so, considering that there is power now on the board, but it depends on whether or not he can stealth, and he has stealth. Actually, wait, is he gonna be able to get? Oh, okay, we found him. Wait, no, he's gonna be. Oh no, sprint burst. He's doing the pick me up. He's got another one up as well. And he's gonna also then, okay, now everyone's pretty much back up. We're back to stage 1 of this situation. We are gonna get sent around the corner as well. And Hunter, this is looking very interesting considering the situation we're in.
I feel, oh no, I don't know what to feel at this point. I mean, I don't even know what's happening. It's all just kind of fell apart. I can imagine the comms being like, wait, I'm here. Why are you here? Why are you here? Mate, I was playing with him. Get out of here. Like, what's it? We're trying to get Sen back off the floor here, but Baki's just given up and relinquished his endurance effect for 15 seconds. That's going to enable Silly to be able to pick up Sen, and they've split up finally away from the slug, away from the action. They are no longer bundled up, and just unlucky for Prada not to capitalize on Baki just being caught in the edge map there. You know, sprint burst doing him wonders, so Prada going back on gen patrol here. There is a gen that's just about 60% of the way done there, and yeah, taking a kick onto that generator as soon as possible. Not too sure what's happening here though. Interesting head-on play. Has gone for the POV tech and FOV, POV, don't remember. Prada now is going to be barely missing that though. And again, maybe he can get flicky here. No, it doesn't. Baki now has the window. All survivors still in the trio at the... Oh, sorry. Yeah, well, they are still in the trial, but they're all still over in that 5 tile. Silly and Noob are the only ones up at this point, and they have managed to get Sen off the floor. So they're all up and running once more. Now we're just kind of kissing the wall there to make sure no funny flashlight happens from Sen. But God forbid, can we please get a generator done in the process? Sorry, we do see 1 gen, 2 gen. Okay, so there's one over at Shack, one over at 6, and I don't know if this is like a tight 3 gen, which is why they're all in this vicinity. But I mean, regardless of that fact, surely we can split up and go to other portions of the map, guys. But we have
main.
We do have main. Oh, we have main. Okay, so it's pretty split, but regardless, they've all caught on to that. Now, putting on a show is what I want to say. You know the hit game Dead by Daylight? You want to play some Dead by Daylight? This is what it's all about. But no, I mean, they're just putting on a show for basically the last game of the group stage for them. Gonna be getting a nice flick onto Noob there, so maybe Prada. I still want to see him 4K. Surely capitalize on all this, Prada. You know you can do it. Now he sniffs someone out over at the Shack here. It's going to be Silly, who is just rotated around the corner long enough to evade that hit from the power. Now Prada's going back to Sen, who's up off the floor. Down, flicked again, so there's still Baki and Silly left in the trial. Baki was working main, Silly back on Shack now, so they've gone for a little bit of a switcheroo. They've put main on hold and they're working Shack, so Nu is going to be slapped on this pain resonance hook. That's probably going to hit Shack. So 4 stages on the board at the moment, so it's heading a little bit more towards that 4K condition, and Prada now trying to get as much blood as he possibly can. And this is Baki just in chase again. They're playing extremely aggressive, and the risk to reward is just not there. They're just not being able to do what they envision in their head. But it's making for a genuine interesting watch, as Baki has just kind of faked everything within that tile and has opted to leave it all entirely. Silly now forced to work the Shack generator again for 40%. Sen just going to be interrupting that, saying, no mate, this is where I'm taking chase, get out of here. Now they're just doubling the generator in front of my face, and I don't know how to feel about it, as we do bam the window here. That's going to be Prada in chase again with Silly, who's just going to be wrapping around that corner. It's going to be Nu getting tagged as well, so, you know, trying to take that endurance hit for him, but not quite working out. Now we do have someone around the generator here ready to get flicked on, and that's going to be, I think, Sen, who's just managed to evade everything and just make it around the long wall. We don't get to get flicky on that on the side of Prada. We are a little bit too far away from it, but we're anticipating a back vault that does not happen. And again, Prada in power, really trying to get this down on Sen. He's going to run out of it momentarily. Cracker goes down. Not going to be hitting Prada in any instance. And now you can only hope in the background that Baki just commits that generator and decides not to get off it. That's going to be Silly out of the game though. So at the very least, it's going to be, what, 5 stages as it currently stands. So you know what? On paper, you'd think that, you wouldn't think that the game panned out like this. You'd think that, you know, Prada capitalized on every single mistake and actually put up a very good performance against 2Savage. All while that may be true to some extent, it's just a whole lot of tomfoolery by 2Savage. Don't get it twisted. These guys are more than capable of just popping the last generator and escaping the trial. But regardless, we've gone for a little bit of flashy showboating, and we have decided to take chase on the outside of main. Baki going to be pre-dropping this pallet here, vaulting back into the backside. And Sen and Nu in the background working Shack, and you love to see it. Hopefully one of them could get on an exit gate at the end of it and not go for the save onto Baki. Who knows? Prada going to be hitting a whole lot of nothing on the fence there. That's going to enable Baki to be able to make all the way down into main, and we are running out of power, and the power is gone. The pallet is down. The gen ready to pop. They've 99'd it for some godforsaken reason. Are they baiting away from the chase? They are. They're going for a reset here, trying to get the blood points in for the end game, I guess, but also all the more. I think there's too much blood to go for resets at this point, but they are baiting the generator out at the very least, and it's going to be popped in his face. 3, 2, 1. Sen does it very nicely. Head on coming in from Nu, and the passage of play at the end is going to be monumental if we have Baki on an exit gate, but we do have power again, and then Prada is now chasing Nu, who's opted to go all the way down into 3, but we want Sen as to oppose of Nu. Now, can we find where Sen went? We do see scratch marks leading all the way into the middle of the map, where there's this nice filler pallet that's been slapped into Prada's face, vaulting into him, vaulting back into him. That's a nice, clean dump tech, which has happened twice this match, and I hate to see it, but regardless, Sen going to be taking chase all the way down into 10. Does have a nice jungle, well, pallet gym, rather. That's going to be going down instantly. FOV tech. We've bumped into a wall again. You got to be looking down, Prada. Oh, no. And now Sen going for a cheeky little corner tech, but we're just going to be slapping him, giving a little love tap. We do have Baki in a corner, ready for a save of some sort. This is going to be Beamer and Sprint Burst. And ultimately, nothing there, unfortunately. We're not in the correct position. Sen is still fresh. Nu still in the trial, healthy. Baki is injured, so they can't really two-man this. They have to get Baki healthy at the moment, so maybe Nu just rotating. Or, okay, they'll just take the outs on the gate. They say, you know what, we've had enough for one day, boys. Let's just chop it up and get to the next set, which I want to see as well. But Nu, somewhere to be found in the trial at the moment. Baki had enough, but Nu said, screw that, I'm going back into the map. So he's over at this main building, just kind of waiting. And I don't think Prada will allow this, to be honest. Like, we've done some jiggy on Prada the entire series, like the entire match. I want to say the entire series, the entire match. There's only been one match. Or one set, sorry. But he's not going to allow for you to get a clean pull in front of his face. I say that knowing that there is a caster's curse, by the way. That is how confident I am in his ability to make sure that it just chops down to Sen dying. Now, Prada might catch a glimpse of Nu just hiding behind that little trash loop there, just outside of main, with no pallet to his disposal. So if he gets caught there, he's just done for, realistically. It's just going to be a quick tag. And yeah, we've spotted him. Get away from the unhook. It's mine. I want the stage, but we've gone for this wacky, weird corner tech. This is potentially a 2-tap, but actually, no, I eat my words. I think he has enough distance to make all the way down to the gate, but it's not even open. It is open. No, no, I'm stupid. Ignore me, because it's the one Baki escaped out of, I'm fairly sure. That's going to be Nu out of the trial for a result of, in the end, 8 stages. So, ladies and gents, round of applause for 2Savage for making a circus act. Can I label Magul? Who knows? But regardless, it's going to be silly spawning into the map, and Baki and Sen all over at this bottom side, over at 5. So Prada now taking ground all the way over at 3. Again, doing what's universally known at the beginning of the set. Now, we have Baki playing ultra aggressive. I don't think he can get away with the shenanigans while pulling over in the Oni set on the Ghoul set, but I could be eating my words. Prada now has opted to go for, I do believe this is Silly, just over on the opposite side of the car. Can't really catch the survivor. Yeah, with Enraged, 3 tentacles, bam. It's going to be a Kagune tag onto Silly, who's forced to kind of leave this loop. Actually, no, he's going to choose to chase it again. Going to be pre-dropping this pallet. There's a few Ghoul changes at the moment that I didn't really know what really was changed amongst the Ghoul. Gohan, would you like to enlighten me and the audience if you do have knowledge of that?
I believe they basically just made him so he's a little bit less effective for being able to just go around and just absolutely just be a menace to society. I do know that they changed a lot of his builds for when he did text, especially for the grabbing over pallets. They've changed that heavily. Obviously he's still got his 3 here, and he is going to get multiple tags. He's now got 3 tags on the board. He's got 2 timers as well, and we have found a Silly again. And we are going to be able to vault the pallet after doing it as well. So now we got to try and mind game this, but Silly is just going to keep looping. Not going to be able to make that, and unfortunately Prada is going to miss as well. The bound auto aim is less sticky, and apparently the revolt is now easier to do for survivors. So now, usually in the past, you were able to try and get back into vault into the killer after they vaulted, and then you would just get put onto the floor. They have changed that. You can now actually do the tech of being able to vault into him and not get downed for it. So that is obviously better for those people that love to do it to the killers. And it is unfortunate for the killers that now have to deal with it. But with that in mind, we are going to see the first gen pop as well in the background. And we are going to interrupt the next gen. We got Sen with a very interesting outfit. Hunter, would you like to carry it away on this outfit?
No, I hate it. It's just horrible. But regardless, he's going to be taking chase here over at 3 around this pallet here. Just kind of zoned off into the corner, but maybe Prada just leaves and goes for his tunnel out, or opting to go for our freshers because of the state of the game. Don't really hate that idea. Got to be blocking Sen there after vaulting the pallet, so definitely still counterable on the side of our killer. You did see, I think what you were referring to with the the vaulting Gohan was what Silly had done over at the crane. So, you know, it's not every day you had seen that. He doesn't hit Silly down, it's just Silly vaulting back into him and scaling away from that. But regardless, going to be a hook here over at 4. This is going to be this 4 generator interrupted. That's going to be ruined in the background, gone. We didn't bring corrupt intervention, so, you know, the game is at a little bit more of a faster pace, but we did get it down in a relatively good time if we're able to maintain the pressure. Baki is now forced to drop this pallet here over at 4 and is, 5 and just ran into the deep 6 portion of the map where we don't want any of it from Prada. He has opted to go all the way back to Sen's hook where he should probably tunneling at this point. Sen just trying to block and use every single bit of that endurance proc there, but Prado having to wait out the 15 seconds has allowed Sen to be in a much better position, and with the changes obviously being from 10 seconds to 15 seconds, it's just, with a player like Sen, he's just going to capitalize on that so very well. And he's able to make this pallet here. He's going to be slapping that in the face of Prada and is now elected to go all the way down into 6 if my ears served me correctly, but Prada probably in his best interest to leave this now because the tunnel out did not happen quick enough. So we do have another leap there, and we're going to be taking a tag onto Nu, who's forced into Shaq. So following up that tag, we are going to be using our M1 state rather to try to close in the distance there, and we're going to be vaulting the matchsticks into the tile over at 6 now. He's just probably opting to die 7. There is nothing here unless he has balanced landing at his disposal. With no proc of a screen, you definitely know that is balanced landing, and now he's able to make the filler here. He's got a body in from Baki. Baki's going to evade the tag there. Dude's going to get body blocked at the pallet there. That's unfortunate. And now getting picked up by... Wait, hang on a second. Where did that blind come from? Was that a cracker or was it a flashlight? That had to be a firecracker. My God, there's no way that worked. And he got line of sight on that. And now Prada is going to be vaulting around the pallet. He's really trying to get this next down onto Sen, who is our hooked survivor. This isn't the survivor you want to be chasing in a time like this. You want to be playing for your freshest, trying to set the best win condition you possibly can, making sure that they all die in the process, but or the only one that you get in the process, because right now you can anticipate it to being outs. We do see Sen now chaining his loops very nicely from 7 into the crane over at mid-7, mid-6. We do see another totem in the background going. That would be the Wretched Fate. So Ruin and Wretched Fate out of the trial do still have access to 3 stacks of Pain Resonance and Eruption, but we're overcommitting Sen, so they're going to get no value whatsoever. And now Sen just chaining again very nicely into 10, into 9, into 10 even. I mean, has this nice filler pallet here. It's kind of horse, but in all honesty, we're going to be dodging around it, and we're going to get the pallet slapped in our face. And again, just beautiful stuff from Sen. Very well versed in the 1v1s, as you could have told. But getting a tag onto Silly now, and now we're chasing Silly. So it's still not the ideal survivor you want to be chasing at a point in time like this. But any notes, Gohan?
As much as you said you didn't want a Scooby-Doo moment, we have just had randomly Baki as well now appear. And now we're back onto Silly. Silly is going to be down, and unfortunately, we kind of got a semi-Scooby-Doo moment. We only got 3 of them. Nu is probably slugging away at a gent as well. And Prada, hopefully, is going to be able to capitalize on this as well. But we do see that last generator pop as well. Now, all Prada has to do is to be able to confirm this hit onto Sen. Unfortunately, no, he is not going to be able to get it. And they are going to try and get the pickup as well. But then Prada is just going to go over, break the pallet, and then go for the pick on it to Silly. Unfortunately, no cracker this time, so you're not able to get that one. But he is just going to try and drag him as far away as he can. So he is going to opt to go for this corner hook as well. It is not going to be pain res, obviously, but we are going to be able to get it into this corner. So we're going to try our best here as well. We do get the hook. We do see the reset happen onto Sen as well. The reset happening onto Nu right after that as well. Hunter, this is looking kind of grim because I think they're going to try and go for the save. And we do see Sen as well also going for it as well. We do see Sen get tagged. He is going to run in and try and get the save.
Might play the pallets beforehand. He is running into the hook, so this can be detrimental for the survivors. And Prada anticipating a vault back into the pallet, but Sen's just seen him via the check spot. Not going to be falling for anything of the sort. We do get the pull nice and clean though. Sen still opting to mend as Torpoza running away. And we are going to be following up the chase onto Nu there. He's going to be getting marked with the Kagune tag again. He's going to be trying to make as much distance as humanly possible all the way down into Crane, and it is still dropped. So Prada going to be bolting back into the pallet there, but that's going to be, again, the changes with Ghoul are just horrid sometimes with how you would have known him a little bit before. Maybe they're a little bit more balanced now because of the fact that you can vault back into the killer and not get punished for it. But regardless, Prada is now going to be continuing on the chase here. It's going to be still sent in chase. Baki ready for the protection hit. We've slapped the pallet in front of Baki and sandbagged him, but he's still able to body block, and we've got no tag for it. Prada doing everything in his ability, in his capability to get around these trees and barrels and survivors, taking protection hits. There's going to be Baki injured. That's going to be Sen vaulting into the killer and back out around the eye loop there. Does have access to Shaq if he wants to play for Hatch, if he can get all survivors out of the trial there. But why, oh why, have we taken the protection hit whilst injured on the side of Baki? It's really protect the president here, and all of a sudden, I said I didn't want a Scooby-Doo set. I got a Scooby-Doo set, and I hate it. But regardless, Prada is now going to be breaking this pallet, getting blinded as well. That's going to be Silly just escaping everything, and Baki's still on the floor. Silly was behind the tires, ready for the beam save, but was not able to do so. It's going to be Baki getting hooked. They're going to have to be careful that they don't feed too many stages here. Yeah, they're going to remember they still are setting the win condition for their killer. They're not playing around win condition as opposed of last set. So I think that maybe you just take the outs here. Prada is going all the way down where Silly had been slugged. He does get the nice hook onto Silly there. That's going to be Sen and Nu nice and healthy back in the trial. Now,
we see someone running for it.
Look at the gates though, Gohan. We have 6, and I do believe we have 4. The hook is all the way over at 9. I think if we get over there as quickly as possible, and like with this amount of time being bought, like, look at this. This is potential for Sen to go down again, and actually Prada to secure those stages.
Yeah, indeed it is, and we do have Nu as well coming as well. If Nu is actually the one to go down, this is also even better for Prada. But no, we actually have being able to do this. Wait, are we going to see all of them? Wait. Nu has to get out. Nu has to get out. Wait. Oh, no, Prada. Prada is still going to be able to get it. Okay, good. We have gotten that. It is going to be more stages as well. It is going to be, I believe that is 7 stages, 3 fresh. So 8 stages, 3 fresh, or 8 stages, 4 fresh is going to be on, or not even 7 stages.
Season before, so very well known on the Ghoul. I don't think I've seen him play Ghoul this season. I don't know if 2Savage have had a Ghoul set. I know they've had a lot of Oni, a lot of Wesker, even a Billy and a few Blight in the process, but Ghoul, not so much that I've seen this season, but regardless, going to be taking that first tag onto Sumpeng here, initiating the chase over at the 3 side of the map. Nu following up after that. Now does have 3 dashes in hand, 3 leaps in hand, can venture away from this and put on a very big early game pressure. We do see the generators uncorrupted in the uncorrupted zone, and we're taking chase into the uncorrupted zone here too. Fergie, been caught in the middle of it all, is going to be getting tagged there. Now, Nu, again, leaving that, has 2 injured survivors on the board, no chase at the moment. We do see Kryzen in the background working a generator. It's going to be Sumpeng in the background getting reset though, and Duck Dewey is going to be just stealthing around with no Mither over at that 3 side, trying to use the tires to his advantage, and he's going to be able to stealth out very, very nicely. Something that I've picked up on Duck Dewey to do very well is stealth, and definitely having that experience versus him, you know, definitely a very good survivor to be on the Deli at the least, I would think. Hopefully, I don't know, but it's not going to be Deli in this set because it's the Ghoul. He's only tier 2, so we're going to be following up chase here onto the Ferg. He's going to be pre-dropping this filler pallet over at the dumpster in the middle of everything. This is a very nice filler pallet when it does spawn, but unfortunately not going to be utilizing it very effectively there. Fergie just going to be going down straight after vaulting it, after throwing it, but picking up Fergie. This is going to be potentially the first pain resonance of the trial. And if we can get a quick flick around, I do believe Doug Dewey will probably be working a generator in the background, and Sumpeng and Kryzen. Maybe even just potentially... There was a double over it too, and just Kryzen ready for that pull preemptively, but has been seen by new enemy spotted. Gonna be taking chase again over at that mid tile, and this mid just really not working for them at the moment. They're crossing mid, getting found way too early. I mean, Kryzen now forced all the way down into 6 here. Does have access to a nice 6 filler pallet there. New gonna get flicky with it. Might even get the down here. This would be crazy if he...
What makes that worse about that situation as well is you saw him have the animation for dropping that pallet as well. But unfortunately, because of ping, he wasn't able to get it. And we do see Doug Dewey end up dropping it on the wrong side. But unfortunately, well, fortunately for him, he wasn't able to get tagged for it because Nu was still in that power phase. But he does go down eventually as well. We do have the hook happen as well. A generator popping just before that pain res as well. So very well played from the survivors to be able to get that just before the pain res comes through, but we do see the swing and a miss here. Kryzen was in chase, but no, we are chasing Fergie, DVD. I don't know why you're saying the other place on it, but we are trying to get G yet again, but this time we are going to see the pallet sum on Nu. Fergie is going to try and run towards Shaq, trying to get as much distance as he can. He's still got Shaq open as well. So if Nu was able to block that, that would have been crazy. But no, unfortunately, he isn't able to. So he is going to double vault this window as well. He's going to try and get on into Fergie's head, but no. Nu has decided just to opt to leave and go back towards main. And he does spot out Kryzen here. He is going to be running around main here. He's going to break open this side door as well. And now the chase is back on to Kryzen. We are going to be working on this mid area of mid 2. And honestly, this pallet is quite good, but unfortunately, Kryzen is going to get hit through it as well. So we are going to go down. No one is there for the pallet save, unfortunately, but we are going to drag him down towards this bot mid area. We do see a survivor in the background also running away as well. And most likely, he's going to go straight for that person, and he is indeed trying to get hot on their tail. But he hasn't been able to find him because Doug Dewey has managed to stealth away Hunter. As you said before, this bro is a stealther.
I think he's been caught here though. They definitely knew he was around there. I mean, he had to know somebody was ready for the fast pull. And this is where fast pulls become punishable because at the cost of no gen progression, you're just caught. Oh, that's an ugly looking hit. But you're just caught and down to straight after Nu getting a hook again consecutively. Like it was in very fast succession. It's going to be a pain resonance nonetheless, and it's going to be 1 stack out of the 3 we have left. That's going to be hitting somewhere around... it might even be main, as we do see scratch marks. Oh no, it's over at 3. Okay. We do see Sumpeng here caught on the outside of main. He's going to be pre-dropping this pallet here, trying to bait out a vault there on the side of Nu, but he's just going to power down the M1, and then Sumpeng's just going to be forced to eat that and now run all the way to the backside of 12, where we do have access to another filler pallet chaining into 12 if we can use it effectively. Getting caught out at the mind game there. Nice whiff there. Sumpeng just kind of caught in the position though. He isn't able to really make the distance. He's just going to wait for the break and then go all the way down into 2. Nu wants none of it, as we did have an unhook in the background. This is going to be Kryzen in chase again, caught in the middle of the map again, and now running around the only dropped filler pallet. Not really much to go on here. A little bit of a clicky flashlight there to try to bait out a vault of some sort. Not too sure what that was about, but again, going down in the middle of everything. And if we look at the gen spreads at the moment, I mean, we're dying very central into the map. We can hook back over towards that mid 6 portion and take control of 5, 6, and 3. We know that we know that 9 and main are not currently being worked on. We know it has to be over at 3 somewhere. And Fergie is forced off the gen and has ran all the way into corner 1. I'm not too sure what Nu's plan of action is here. I say that and he's caught out Fergie over at 1. It's going to be hitting him before the life proc. Just you hate to see that. And Duck Dewey just kind of, again, the survivors are on the back foot, not quite making their move on the generators here, kind of forced into positions where they don't want to be. I think they're maybe even trying to play for 3, but I don't think you can at a point in time like this with the hook being so central and Nu putting the pressure accordingly. Everybody's still injured. Kryzen back on that 3 generator there, but Nu's going to check it in just a moment. You know, he's just going to take 2 dashes and yeah, again, you're injured, just caught in the... You can't be playing too aggressive whilst injured. We've been baited, though. My God, we've created immense amounts of distance. Don't know what that was all about, but regardless, Nu going to be hitting down Kryzen. I think we just didn't catch a glimpse of him in the corner of our eye. And we definitely heard him, but... Nu gonna be trying to take an... I don't know if Kryzen has actually been pain res. And I think it was just Duck Dewey and Fergie off the top of my head, right? Which is why he's gone all the way down into 2. And he might even escape from this now. But at the cost of the reset just meaning nothing. Again, of course you have all 4 survivors left in the trial, but it kind of undoes the work. And it's just rinse repeat. It's a rinse repeat scenario, especially if we're able to get Fergie down in quick succession. We are doing a very, very ambitious mind game, and this will really pay off if it does work, but we've read it on the side of Fergie, and that's going to be another generator in the background popped as well. When Fergie does go down, this will be the tie condition. Now, if we can manage to kill, even hook Sumpeng, we're in the lead and we've taken away the set. But, I mean, we still have to be extra cautious here on the side of Nu, because we can still unironically tie the set. That's 3 pops in his face. Duck Dewey still on that generator in the background somewhere over at 9. This will be the pallet going down on the side of Kryzen, where Champion of Light, that's what it was before, okay? And we get another Champion of Light. They're just going to be slow vaulting the window for whatever godforsaken reason you would take the slow vault there. Only God knows, but we're going to be picking up at the pallet here. Nobody ready for the save. Duck Dewey only 50% on that generator. I don't even know where the generator is at the moment, so I don't even know if it's going to be getting interrupted, but this is the tie condition. This is 7-3. As soon as his death happens onto Kryzen. Yeah, pain resonance is what we were going for a little bit earlier, as we didn't make that hook over into 2, so that's going to momentarily stop the generator over at main as Nu does kind of search in this vicinity. He does see the blood pools leading over into 1 now. They can't afford to give up any hooks, and as I say that, that's going to be Fergie down and on the hook, and that is going to spell 8-3 as it currently stands, or at least I think it's 8-3. Yeah, it is 8-3 as soon as this happens. So, wow, oh wow.
8-3 has been secured. So that is the GG's to 2Savage. Nu is going to be able to get that final dub for 2Savage, going to be a clean 2-0 towards them as well. Unfortunately, Reactor is not going to be able to get that wishful thinking win onto them. So now it is up to Duck Dewey now. This is the last chase for him as well. I'm sure that Sumpeng is probably at the shack, probably waiting to go into the shack hatch. But, oh, and okay, we have opted just to go for it. And Sumpeng is pretty much right there, but unfortunately, Nu is going to be hooking right outside of main as well. So he's going to be able to get 2 dashes and go straight to main, and straight to shack, sorry. And hopefully get in the way of Sumpeng. So now it is up to Sumpeng to be able to get this, and out. He hasn't opted to wait at the exit at the hatch. So we are going to see him try to go for a swing and a miss from Nu as well. But unfortunately, Sumpeng, you're on the wrong side there, pal, and he is going to be able to get that hatch. So now this is going to be the last chase to spell the end of it all. Hunter. This is quite rough to see that Reactor were so close, but yet so far. And it looks like he's going to go for a 1v1 to end us off.
I like the tradition. I like keeping it alive, in all honesty. Just culture, really. You know, you accept the fact that you've lost, and let's get some good sportsmanship in the end. And we're going to be seeing Nu 1-, 2- down before the pallet. That's going to be Sumpeng on the floor. Sub 10-second chase, unlucky. But yeah, I mean, all in all, just a domination put up by 2Savage, and I really would have liked to see them take it a little bit more seriously. Again, content is content, right? They did have a little bit of a few Scooby-Doo sets, and their killer sets were definitely a very dominant and well-respected, serious performances. But all in all, It was just clear as day why you're seeing first on the ladder versus seventh on the ladder, and you can only hope that Reactor come back stronger from this. You know, they go back, they reassess what went wrong, and I do have faith in them actually being a very good team in the future and being able to put up respectable results against 2Savage to the point where they're actually taking the sets to like nail-biting scenarios. Regardless, we hope you all enjoyed the watch. Definitely was a little bit of a mixed bag for me, but I would